Can you imagine living your life under a false identity? Well, that's what happened to Francisco Mardiego Quintela. Just over 46 years ago, his mother Sylvia was kidnapped by Argentinian security forces. And her husband Abel last saw his pregnant wife being pushed into a Ford Falcon by army officers dressed as civilians as she walked to catch a train on January 17, 1977. Sylvia was placed in one of the most notorious torture centers near Buenos Aires, Campo de Mayo. Surviving prisoners later revealed that the baby was taken away after birth and Sylvia disappeared a short time later. The baby was taken by a military intelligence officer and adopted as Alejandro Ramiro Gallo. The adoptive father was eventually put in prison for murder. And when he was older, Alejandro's adoptive mother told him the truth about himself. Well, in the meantime, his real father, Abel, had joined a group called the Grandmothers of the Plaza de Mayo. It is a group formed to return children who had disappeared during the late 70s to their parents. One day, Alejandro went to the group, and after DNA match was found, a meeting was arranged with his father Abel. And Alejandro's, after that meeting, learned that his real name was Francisco Mardiego Quintela. And he said, for the first time, I know who I am. Never again will I use this name. To have your identity is the most beautiful thing there is. Well, maybe you need to know your identity today. A strong sense of identity can take you through the toughest tests. It did for Jesus. Just after his baptism, where his lineage was stamped with these words, "This is my son whom I love, with him I am well pleased." Jesus endured tests in the wilderness. Satan attacked his identity 3 different times with the phrase, "If you are God's son." Jesus knew who he was. And he changed the world so that you can know who you are and have your world changed by your faith in him. During a news conference where Abel told his story, we're told that his chest heaved as he presented his own son to the world. Like a proud papa, God presented his one and only son to the world. He wants you to believe in him so that he can, with a chest heaving full of joy, present you as his child as well. When Satan attacks, you can stand firm. And when you need it most, you will feel his hug in a spectacular way and know that you are home. To have your identity is the most beautiful thing there is. Amen? Amen.